Welcome to Cannes, I'm Sema Jonsson. This is the Pantheon of Women who inspire. Behind me is the beautiful coastline of Cannes, a place known to many for its glamorous film festival. But for me, it represents something far more personal. It was here that I began painting 400 portraits of extraordinary women who have changed our world. It was here that I suffered a stroke that nearly ended this project and my own life. And it was here that I found the strength to continue. On this International Women's Day, I want to share with you the journey of this project and why it matters more than ever. The Pantheon began as a personal healing journey, seeking escape from a tumultuous past, a difficult marriage, personal struggles, and profound loneliness. I picked up my brushes and began to paint. What started as one portrait soon became 50, then 100, and a vision emerged. To create 400 portraits of women who have shaped our world through their courage, their intellect, their compassion, and their resilience. As I researched and painted each woman, something unexpected happened. I began to live their stories. For each portrait, I immersed myself completely in that woman's life. Her struggles, her victories, her pain, and her triumphs. I painted while listening to documentaries about their lives, absorbing their experiences as if they were my own. I remember vividly completing my 100th portrait, Nadia Murad, a woman who survived unimaginable trauma to become a voice for the voiceless. As I painted her, tears streamed down my face. I could barely see the canvas. Her pain became mine in those moments. Day after day, portrait after portrait, I lived hundreds of women's stories. The emotional toll was immense, though I didn't recognize it at the time. After completing over 200 portraits, my body finally said enough. I suffered a massive stroke that left me unable to speak, unable to remember words, unable to walk. The doctors here in Cannes saved my life. For 3 years, I had to relearn the most basic skills: speaking, walking, remembering. But even in those darkest moments, the women I had painted seemed to whisper to me, "Continue. Your work is not done." And so I did. Today I stand before you, ready to complete the remaining 200 portraits I promised myself I would create. What began as a personal healing journey has grown beyond anything I could have imagined. The Pantheon project has reached the United Nations and has become part of a crucial campaign to eliminate mercury from skin lightening products, a dangerous practice affecting millions of women worldwide. Across the globe, women and girls are using harmful products containing mercury to lighten their skin, believing this will improve their chances for marriage, employment, and social acceptance. This practice is not just physically harmful. It's a symptom of a deeper wound in our collective consciousness that equates worth with skin color. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin. It damages the kidneys, the nervous system, and developing fetuses. When women apply these products, some even to their pregnant bellies in hopes of having lighter-skinned babies, they're unknowingly poisoning themselves and future generations. And when these products wash down our drains, they contaminate our water supplies, affecting entire communities. This is why I paint all my portraits in shades of grey, because it is not our skin color that defines us. It is what we choose to do with our lives, how we lift others, and the legacy we leave behind. Today, I want to highlight just a few of the remarkable women in the Pantheon. Olympe de Gouges, a revolutionary voice. She dared to demand equal rights for women during the French Revolution. Her words were powerful, and they still resonate today. Irina Sendlerova, the heroine of the resistance. She saved more than 2,500 Jewish children from the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II. Risking her life against the Nazi occupiers, this Polish social worker organized an underground network to give these children new identities and allow them to survive the Holocaust. To Youyou, the Nobel-winning healer. She discovered a treatment for malaria that has saved millions of lives. The first Chinese scientist to receive a Nobel Prize in Science, she drew from traditional medicine to create a modern solution. Josephine Baker, the artist and resistance fighter, a woman who turned her art into activism, fighting for freedom and civil rights. These women, and hundreds more like them, remind us that one person with courage and conviction can change the course of history. As I continue this project, I've discovered something profound. While I began painting to heal myself, I was actually healing others. The stories captured in these portraits are touching lives around the world, inspiring others to find their purpose, to persevere through challenges, to complete their own important work. This is why I've committed to completing all 400 portraits. Because each one is not just a work of art, but a beacon of possibility for someone who needs it. On this International Women's Day, my message to you is this. You are beautiful exactly as you were born. Your worth is not determined by your appearance, but by the light you bring to the world. And no matter what obstacles you face, even if, like me, you must rebuild yourself from the ground up, your purpose is waiting for you to claim it. The women in the Pantheon remind us that our greatest challenges often become our greatest strengths. My stroke nearly ended this project, but instead, it deepened my understanding of resilience and gave the portraits new meaning and purpose. I invite you to learn more about the Pantheon of Women who inspire and to join our efforts to eliminate mercury from skin lightening products. Together we can create a world where all women are valued for their minds, their hearts, and their contributions, not for conforming to harmful beauty standards. Thank you for joining me today from Cannes, where a personal journey became a global mission. May the stories of these extraordinary women inspire you to find your own purpose and the will to see it through to completion. And I hope the stories of these women, many of whom you know, will inspire you to find your own purpose, to fight for what matters, and most of all, to never give up on bringing your own projects to completion. Because your voice, your ideas, and your passion can change the world. Happy International Women's Day. Who belongs in your personal pantheon? Let's bring their stories forward. Let's celebrate them. They are worth it. Tell us, who are the women who inspire you? Who belongs in your personal pantheon? Join the movement. Let's bring their stories forward. Let's celebrate them. They are worth it. Bring the pantheon to your community. These women belong more than to a gallery. It's a movement. It belongs in schools, workplaces, government offices, hospitals. Everywhere we need to remember the strength of women who inspire others to make a better world.